Hey there, this is LaQuita with QuitaBugHandmaids.com, and thank you so much for joining me for another Stampin' Up! Tutorial. I am excited to bring another fun card idea to you guys today. So I am using the Lift Me Up bundle for today's project. I really love this set. I knew I loved the framelits, but I'm really starting to fall in love with the stamp set as well. So this is a bundle available in my online Stampin' Up! Store, and when you buy the bundle together, you actually save 10%. So you can pick this up. I've linked directly to all of the supplies that I'm using today right beneath the video in the description notes, and you can actually click the products and go straight to my online store and add them to your cart right away. Pretty cool. These products will also be available on my blog post as well, which is linked below. And I'm also using the Playful Backgrounds stamp set. Another really fun set. You can do some really fun things with this one. I love it. So today we're actually using these two sort of circular bubble looking images. So today's project I actually designed for my team challenge. So on my team of Quita stampers, we have weekly challenges, and this week's challenge was a color challenge featuring Bermuda Bay, Peekaboo Peach, and Smoky Slate. So that's where I got the colors for this week's challenge. So I'm excited to show you the project because I love how these colors look together. So here's the project that I designed for this week's challenge. I love how this card turned out. I think it's so much fun, and I just love these colors together. And I only added a tiny pop of the Bermuda Bay, but I think it was just enough for this color combo, and I absolutely love it. So let's get started, and I will show you how to make this fun congratulations card. Okay, so we're going to start by doing some stamping on this piece of Whisper White. This is cut at 3.5 inches by 4 3/4. So I'm going to also bring in some scratch paper because we are going to do a little bit of stamping off as well. So I'm going to bring in my Peekaboo Peach. Go ahead and open that up. And I'm going to start by stamping the open circle image or bubble image. I'm going to stamp that first, and let's see. I think I want to stamp it like this. I'm going to put it right here at the top. Just like that. Then I'm going to ink it up again, and I'm going to rotate it and stamp, let's see, right here towards the bottom. Okay, that looks good. Now I'm going to bring in the filler image for this piece, and I'm just going to ink this up, stamp off 2 times, and I'm going to line this bubble up right there, that little filler image. I'm going to line it up with this bubble here and stamp. Now these bubbles don't actually line up with the outline image, but I just liked using these two as a guide. I really like how that looks. So I'm going to ink it up, stamp off twice, and rotate it around and line up the 2 bubbles again down here at the bottom and stamp it down. There we go. Such a fun background. So now I've got another piece of Whisper White. This is cut at 3.5 inches by 3/4 of an inch. And I'm going to stamp my sentiment in Smoky Slate. And the sentiment says, "You soar above the rest, congratulations." I thought this would be a really great graduation card, which I don't make enough of those. So I thought this would be fun. And I'm going to stamp the sentiment over here off to the right. Right there should be good. And lift up. Perfect. So now I'm bringing in a scrap piece of Bermuda Bay cardstock, and I'm going to bring in my Bermuda Bay ink. And we're going to do a little tone-on-tone stamping with the little hot air balloon from the Lift Me Up stamp set. And I'm just going to stamp that little balloon right here. Okay, just like that. And we're going to die cut this out in just a minute. I'm going to go ahead and bring in one of our medium Whisper White envelopes and the large hot air balloon. You all know I like to decorate my envelopes. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp this right in the bottom left-hand corner. Looks good. Okay, so now we're just going to do some quick die cutting here. I've got my magnetic platform and one cutting pad ready to go. And I'm going to bring in my hot air balloon that we stamped. And then I've got my little framelit here. Just going to line that up right on top. I think that looks good. Put another cutting pad on top here, and we'll just crank this through. And there we go. So I don't think you all could really see the background, the soft shade of the Peekaboo Peach. So I'm just gonna show you up close. I love how this image looks with the two different tones of the Peekaboo Peach. It looks so attractive. Love this background stamp. All right, so now we can start assembling this card. So I'm gonna bring in my card base. This is a piece of smoky slate cardstock. This is cut at 8.5 inches by 5.5, and I have scored it at 4.25. So I'm just going to give this a nice crease with my bone folder. There we go. And I'm gonna add some Peekaboo Peach Designer Series paper. This is from the 2016-2018 Designer Series paper stack. And this piece is cut at 4 inches by 5.25. I am on a designer paper kick right now. I am really enjoying using all of my papers up. I haven't used them enough, so I'm having fun using it. All right, so we've got that added on. Next, I'm gonna take this piece of smoky slate, and I have got my 2-inch circle punch, and I'm just gonna punch this out. There we go. All right, so we can go ahead and add this layer on top next. So again, I'm using fast fuse to do that. Looks good. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add my smoky slate circle down, my little die cut. I'm gonna put that directly in the center of my card. So right about there looks good. So now I'm gonna take my sentiment, flip it over, and I'm gonna bring in some dimensionals, and I'm just going to add several across the back here. I don't want it to sag. Take off these backings. Okay, and we will just add this across the center here of our gray piece, and I want it to line up with the edge of the Whisper White. So right about there. All right, so I've added some fast fuse to the back of my little hot air balloon, and I am going to add my balloon right about here, just like that. I love this card. This is really quick and simple, but it has so much pop. Love it. Okay, so I've got some of our metallic enamel shapes. These are the silver, got my paper piercer here, and I'm just gonna add a few of these stars. Ooh. So I am also loving the metallic enamel shapes. I could use these on every project. They just add that little something. I love them. And let's do one more right about here. There we go. All right, so there is our finished card, you guys. What do you think? So I hope you guys enjoyed today's tutorial. And remember, you can purchase any of the supplies that you saw me use today by visiting my online Stampin' Up! Store, which is linked over on today's coordinating blog post. And I also have direct links to all of today's supplies just below this video in the description notes. So thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you guys so much, and I will speak to you again very soon. Bye now.